Hi, crafters. Hi. Again, I don't know how long it takes to click over from when I press play. It's always like a big delay, so I don't know. Hi, Hillary. Hi, Helen. Heidi, hi. I think I'm the right way up tonight. I wasn't last night on Facebook. I've got a short video of last night's Facebook Live to upload to YouTube. I've already put it on TikTok. But we're going to do a quick run through of the new goodies again tonight, even though I've used some, and I'll show some of the samples as well. But because the new goodies are called Life in Full Colour, I thought it would be fun to include them with the Colour Our World. This was named nearly a year ago. So it's really good that it's worked out with the Colour Our World theme. It's like 2023 is just colourful. Hi, Mary. Well, I'm just going to hang about 1 second, just let people come in because I've just put the links out. If you wouldn't mind sharing, that would be absolutely fantastic. And of course, come back and comment on the live after, because it's all about growing us so we can get better stuff on here. Oh, Hillary. I love ginger. I do. Hi, Helen. Hi, Kelly. Hi. Thank you very much. So, just a couple of minutes. Just a couple of minutes. I'm going to put this here. I love the new papers. They just smell so yummy. So yummy. Oh, they've got a few in, so I'll start. Right, so I did the launch last night. Wait, the launch. I say the launch. I revealed everything on Facebook last night. And, of course, YouTube is a different thing. Some people don't have them. Hi, Jane. Some people don't on Facebook and vice versa. So I thought I would do it on here as well. Obviously, the Colour Our World. It's Sunday. It seems to be every Sunday I'm doing it. But I am on Create and Craft on Tuesday. Create and Craft Extra at 1 p.m. And then 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. on the Create and Craft main channel. It is Thirsty Brushes 4th birthday. Yes, 4th birthday. And we've got goodie bags. We have new products. We have offers. It's just going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, anybody who's there and I haven't seen or whatever. But we do have new vellums. A4 vellum. Yay! I said if you like the other ones, they were going to come bigger, didn't I? We just had to wait to see. The random bit of white paper. Who liked what? So, I can say they might not have them all because I have been doing a lot of prepping today. But these are the vellums. They're just so yummy. They work so well. They're scoreable. They emboss. They smell divine as well as the papers. This one. It's just a rainbow of colour. Just so colourful. Then we have this one. And then we have a bokeh effect, which I've left some of them quite dark as well, so they're good for like to use as a background or layering. And this one with a bokeh effect, it looks like spotlights. And then this one, I don't know if I showed you that one. No, I don't think so. There might be a couple missing, but they're lovely. And they do smell absolutely lovely. The ink, you can always tell when it's a really good quality ink. Always. But I do have embossing folders as well. I've never done embossing folders before. I will get them here. There is a butterfly one as well, but I still can't find it in the packaging. But this is it here. This is it here. It's called Kaleidoscope, Scribble It and Greenery. So this one is the greenery, and just look at the emboss. Look at the emboss on that. It's 3D embossing, of course, because it's made in the same sort of place as the Stamps by Me, who have the Quattro D with the 3D 4. It's just amazing. 3D HD, I think it's called. And it's just like the deepest emboss. and it's double layered, so it's embossed in some places, then it's double embossed in others, so it's just yum. And they'd be feathers as well. And then we have Kaleidoscope, which butterflies are timeless, aren't they? It's everybody needs butterflies. And they work so well, you can cut them out and 3D them up. And then, of course, we had to have a Scribble It, which is quite grungy, or it can be quite modern, or it can be quite vintage, depending on which way you go with it. But the emboss is unreal. My first embossing folders. Tony actually helped us with these. She helped with the designs and things like that, because I've never done them before. I didn't know where to start. So that is that. And then the papers. These are all designed by me. It's got some original artwork in from, you'll see them from the stamps in the past and things. There might be some in there that might be stamps in the future. They're not all here, as you'll see as we're going through the samples, but I'll just give you a peek. See, like I've chopped that one down, and that one, and that one, and that one. I was so excited last night. I was fit to burst. Aren't they? I mean, you'll recognise that stamp from the Burbs flowers. So we've got original artwork and things like that in here. You might see some in the future. I've got 2 of them. I haven't covered up yet. I haven't been able to bring myself. I have got a plan for it though. So it is 30 designs and it is 250 GSM cardstock weight. It's called Life in Front Colour, and it's a collage collection. Here's the front cover. So you'll see there's extra ones in there. You can just go wild. You can tear them, you can use them as backgrounds, you can die cut them, you can emboss them. You do get tags and toppers and things in the background. You get 2 sheets of this one, then there's a page of 4 toppers. So just go, I'll pop the video up. It's a quick one. I have sped it up a bit. I'm sorry, I know not everybody likes the sped up video, but unfortunately that's what we've got. I'll show you this because this shows some of the papers off quite nice. So this is an MDF book I've started, and of course I've used the leafy and the tag journal pages in here that are from Thirsty Brush as well. But even this little flower, I've cut them down and laid them up together. Again, collage sheets. It's just, I've got tag with the papers in, and then it's not all decorated. Then I've got a vellum page, and of course got a tag in, but you can have, I've made it so you can have tags and things popped in. I've used some of the other papers, and look at the emboss on that. I mean, that's the deboss side, and that's a pocket. And again, the vellum is just so lovely, so lovely. So that's the start of that. I'm in work in progress. On the video, I did show I've done a vellum lantern in a 3D frame, and it's got lights and things in. You'll see that on there. I haven't got them close by tonight, sorry, but I'll whip through a couple of these so you can take it vintage. And this is the greenery and the butterflies. The butterflies in the vellum are just beautiful. Butterflies, and of course we have the Perfectly Imperfect. I made an ephemera envelope out of the vellum, and I'm going to give this away after the show. It's got little envelopes in, a little glitter tea bag, and of course there's one of the toppers and another vellum envelope. And then we have a little tag holder with the heart and things. I'll probably add more to that as we go, but this is a page out of the book as well with the borders and things. Never ending, so excited. And of course we have our cards and things. Hold on, I've got some other ones in here as well. I'm collecting them, the flower out the papers, and of course I've die cut, and then we've got the Scribble It in the background with the greenery in this one. So it works with everything. It just works. I'm ever so happy about it, just in case you couldn't tell. See, you've been waiting for this. Right, and back to the Colour Our World. I will be bringing that collection in as well, but this is primarily about Colour Our World. Are we ready? Who's enjoying the Colour Our World? You like the girls, do you, Carol? I love drawing the girls. I do. I love them. I'm hoping at some point we can have some of the bigger girls, then we can play with the makeup and things. still just, I mean, I've only been with Thirsty Brush, I'd say about a year and a bit. This is coming up into my second year. We're not quite there yet though, but I would like to do more of the girls because they're different, aren't they? They're a bit more fun. Right, are we ready? What we're hoping for? What colour? Oh, did you, Jane? Fabulous. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you. That means so much, honestly. It really does. Because, I mean, every time I'm making anything or designing anything, I'm thinking about what other people might like as well as what I like. And I take it back a little bit from my weirdness. And then Tony sort of points us in the right direction. It's just, it's a lot of work and a lot of, I hope people like it. Oh my gosh. It's very nerve-wracking. We're hoping for pink, green, blue. Petition for the big girls. Everybody should just email Tony. Oh, it's fun. I'm going to close my eyes because I always do. We're ready. I'm digging deep. Oh! I don't know what we'll call that colour. I like it though. It's a greeny colour, it certainly is, but it's more yellowy as well. And I'm not going to say the first thing that comes into my head because I always take it down a bit. I always lower the tone with what pops in my head. It's similar to the first one. The first one was it was like the fudgy cookie brown, wasn't it? And then I've got the journal. We'll go through and we'll see. What's the number, please? It's 150942. That's it. So I'll leave it there and then you can find it. We'll go through these. Well, the first one we got was not that one. That was just a random page as I was playing with. The first one we got was here. It was Pantone 466 and it was like a cookie brown. I can see it in the background. It was very much similar to the craft card colour. And then we got the yellow. And then, of course, the pink, which I was all exceptionally excited about. Then last week we got the brown, didn't we? The really dark brown did this. And I've already glued some watercolour card in. I thought I'll not make you sit through that after I've made you listen to us talk about the stuff again. If you were there last night. See, my first thought with the brown was coffee. But of course we did coffees and cakes on the first one. Yeah, I love the large faces as well. I do love the large girls and things. I love drawing the girls. I've got so many drawn. But, I mean, we'll see as we go. We've got lots and lots planned for this year. We've got lots of new goodies and things planned. We've got things I've never done before. We will see how we go. But feel free to torment Tony a bit more. You know, it's not like she's busy or anything. She'll absolutely kill me. She is busy. She's very busy. Right, let's see if we can find some. Do you know what it is? I think most of these colours will go quite nice. I quite like that and that, you know, together. And that as well. That one works perfectly, doesn't it? What do you think? I like the orange. Oh, the orange works with it, doesn't it? This one. This one could work. And of course, we've got the green. I love these ones, the splashes. I'm trying my hardest to decide. That one will work. That one's got the colours in. That one will definitely work because that's got that in. But my thought went straight to this one. Look how perfect that is. And that one as well. And even that one, to be honest. But I am thinking these. But I'm thinking first we need to emboss the Pantone card. Which embossing folder are we going for? Scribble It, Greenery or Kaleidoscope? So much choice. Oh my God. I can't stop sniffing the papers. After when the first came, I shoved them up Christopher's nose. I said, smell it. It's lovely. Which one should we use? I'll let you pick. Greenery Greenery, greenery, greenery. But I think with the greenery, what we should do is we should ink it up with ground espresso. Do you think, or do you think that'll be too much? Or do you think we should just add a little bit? We could use the ground espresso, right? And what I'm thinking, oh, little avalanche. And what I'm thinking is, get a cream dauber. We could gently just sort of go over. Oh, actually saying that, it's got a coating on. Hold on. That'll wipe off. Should we go with stays on won't work. VersaFine, mate. Scribble it, greenery, scribble it, greenery. Too much ice. I might do the scribble it as well. Right, I'm going to go in with some VersaFine. And just down the middle of the leaves, stroke feathers if you want them to be. Just going to add a little bit. And we can always add some embossing powder if I can find the clear to make it stick. If not, we'll just keep our fingers crossed. If it smudges, then it really doesn't matter, does it? It is not the end of the world. This is essentially going to be a background, so yeah, good. Where do I want to put this? Where do I want it? There. It's going to go on the green, isn't it? Right. Listen for machine screaming for help. It ate me plates earlier. While waiting for it to go through, I want to show you that. That's what I've been up to. I was totally spoiled for choice what to use, so I did tiny little spots on it and added everything. And we've got that one as well. And I wanted them to move, but I discovered I'd fastened them down. And it says, feel the love. I just scribbled it in pencil. I mean, look at that in the colours. Oh, scrumptious. There we go. I've done it upside down. Oh, no, I haven't. That's the deboss side. We're going with the deboss side. It was that side I was meant to. Anyway, it hasn't really shown up the ink much, has it? But I love that. Love that. I'll put that to one side because what we can do is that's what it would have looked like if I'd actually thought on what I was doing. But I wasn't. I'm too excited. But I like the deboss side. What do you think? I really like the deboss side. And use them however you want. I mean, I've been cutting them out. All of these, I've been cutting them out and using them like stamps. And I'll find some. I mean, look how cool they look. We might use them because they're perfect colour, really, aren't they? Go with that as a bit of a boomph. There we go, we'll get them ones out. So that's just them trimmed out. I'm looking to see if there's anything else I've done unusual with it in my box of goodies. On the show, I do believe we're going to have loads of happy hours and things. So if there's anything Thirsty Brush that you've been after but haven't got yet, now could be your chance. And this one is the pretty colours inside. It's called Limeade. But because of that colour, this should work pretty well and give us a funky background without overtaking the other ones. So that is it. I've broken the page now. So you don't have to worry about how you're going to start it or anything. It's just perfect. There we go. And you can see it already works with the green and the green. And of course, I'm going to have to bring these in. Of course I am. Let's go with that. It's a perfect mistake, isn't it? Sometimes the best pages and things come from mistakes. I love it. And there's no wrong way, really. Never ever is. I mean, the worst is with paper crafting is you waste a bit of paper or you change it up. And there's something called gesso, which is a primer, so you can just go back over it. And I have it on a wonk, I think. And then this one smells so nice. I have got some of these cut. Some strips. I'm keeping everything, you know. We've got some strips here. So this is one of the border styles out of the book. Sorry, I'm going off into monotone monotone because I'm looking for stuff. Oh, sorry, this chair's getting worse, isn't it? It's like nails down a blackboard. Now, I'm thinking what'll work. Do you think some spots? Oh, do you think some dark? One of these ones. I've already got a strip of the dark here that we can tear and have that going down the middle. Then I'm thinking one of these cut out in the tags. Let's tear it and see. Let's tear it and see. Hi, Joe. They will be available the day after the show. It's usually about 24 hours after, I think. Unless it sells out, and then I think the ones that Tony keeps back. But we've got loads and loads and loads. I will hit the floor if it sells out. I mean, that'll be good telly, won't it, watching me faint. So I'm thinking that there, for the texture, of course. I am going to go around this edge, though, and darken it down. Ah, the thing is, Helen, they're there to be used, and you have to. Even if you love them, use the art journal and you get to keep them. That's why I like art journals so much as well, because then it's making for ourselves, isn't it? It's always nice to make cards and things for somebody else, but sometimes it's just quite nice just to make for ourselves. Oh, I love the emboss on this. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to... I want to bring it out more. I'm adding the dark just because, really. I quite like the darker outlines. I took the vellum. Yeah, we're all guilty of trying to keep everything, but I do think now I'm getting better at using things. In fact, I'm a lot better at using things than I ever was, because I think, what are we keeping it for? What exactly am I keeping all this stuff for? Because I might never use it. I've lost my dies now. I put them in an envelope so they wouldn't be safe. That sounds about right. So they would be safe. Oh, is this then? Here they are. I put them in a white envelope because they were all over my desk. I thought they'd be safe. Right, I'm thinking I'm going to cut a tag and then I'm going to put it through with a scribblet. I've got my tag. I'm going to put them back safe. You know, gone forever. And I'm going to cut us a tag. And I'm going to right in the very corner so I can use the rest of the paper. And then I'm going to put it through with the scribblet. Just for extra texture because I'm obsessed with it. I never ever really used a lot of embossing folders. But I'm loving the texture now. I didn't actually realise how much texture, how much embossing folders had come on from when I first had them. I seem to collect loads and loads of them and never do anything with them. But now with the 3D embossing and the ultra squish with them, I'm obsessed. The texture from them is just unreal. Right, so I'm going to stick this one down and build up. The safe places are horrible, aren't they? May as well say it's gone. Gone forever. Not really. Right, so that's that side. So with this, the raised side of it is the bit that goes underneath the card. If you want it to be an emboss. So this bit here, it looks like it's the negative of it. Goes on the top. I'm learning. It's pretty much, I'm learning with you, you know, when it comes to this. The only thing is with my head, I just like to see what happens when I push it a little bit further. Yeah, I did that last time. Do you remember when I got the tin? I was like, I don't know what I did with my samples. I don't know what I did with the little, Eureka either. That's vanished off the face of the earth. I'm going to show you even on the pattern card. Look at that. I mean, look at the back. But look. And then we can go back over the top of it again. We're going to obviously add flowers to this. I will have the flowers on the show. I have asked for the daffodil and the eye and things to come back. And the love lily. Because I love using them so much. I will be bringing them back. Because they work so well with this collection as well. And with everything else that's in it. And again, if you want, you can slightly go over it. Just a little bit. But you don't have to, obviously. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm going to have that there. Do you think I should put that onto black? Now, with these, you get the layering dies with them inside. You get the journal one, which you can actually cut the side of the journal off and have a big tag. And you get different size ones. But if you only want a tiny little line around, you can just stick it onto black card and then just freehand it and just cut a millimetre of a border. What I'm going to do, though, I'm going to take the VersaFine and just really ink it. Like that, and just get a good, just sort of break it up a little bit. There we go. It will take a little while to dry with it being the VersaFine, but it just sort of breaks it up. I'll wait that on me jammies. And I'm going to use wet glue so I don't have to rub it. Hi Brenda, you're not late. It's on forever. You can always come back, and I'm pleased you're here now. Again, I want plenty of wet glue. And should we go that way with it? That's on a bit of a wonk. And I haven't glued right at the very end because I might want to tuck these leaves in. I'm unsure yet because it's getting very green, isn't it? We need to break up the colour. Oh, too hard, Emma. Yeah. Thank you, Caroline. I'm pleased you're noticing. I do try, because I want everybody to be able to go back and use what they've already got, bring it back to life, because we all get a bit stale, don't we, on what we're doing. And it's like, oh, I've used this 3 times this week. But if you've got new products to go with it, it's like a whole new lease of life. Right, stamps. What have I done with them? This whole show thing and having to be organised gives me a bad head because I lose stuff all the time. Right. I've got all sorts here. I do have some of the older stamps as well here. I do have the word stamps and some of the backgrounds. I have the perfectly imperfect. But I'm thinking we might need a heart. Do you think we need a heart? I don't know about clever. I just like colour. I like drawing. Don't ever ask us to do any maths for you. Yeah, I thought it's crafty magic. I thought you were talking about Magic Mike there. When I see in Kelly's comment, I'm trying to read. It's not working. All sorts is going through my head here, ladies. I'm just going to grab some card and we'll stamp this out. Of course, my Eureka is in my craft bag. Or should I say, in my craft bag. Ready to go because I'm the most unorganised person on the planet. Always. Heart, heart, yes, heart. So, do you have a favourite out of the last collection with the daffodil, the heart and the eye? Do you have a favourite or not? We were taking bets on what would be the favourite. Carly said the eye. I think I said the daffodil. Eye, heart, heart, heart. See, I think it's quite a mixed bunch, isn't it? They're very usable. I do know that. You like the daffodil and the tulip. Yeah, they're very nice, aren't they? Just as a focal point, just there, and the heart. It's very. I like the little stamps that come with the heart as well. It's very hard to pick, isn't it? Very hard to pick. I hope you're going to bear with us here because I will have to fussy cut this out as well after painting. I'm just going to tidy up as I go. Okay. Tony was messages last night. Tidy up. Shift the clutter. Be organised. I nearly sent one back saying, you do knows by now. Dear me. It's like I make a mess without trying. Right, I'm thinking out loud here. The heart, we don't need to add a lot of colour because we do need to break some of that green up. But I'm thinking we should have an orange lily because of the orange in the background paper. And that will break up all of the colour a little bit. I'm just looking for the watercolours now. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much of a bad head do you get when I'm looking for stuff? I've got these. I'll go with the distressed crayons. We've even got that, haven't we? The crushed olive, which is a good colour to go with it. But I'm going to go in with these ones. We'll warm it up. You don't like eye things. My brother's a bit like that. He's not, in fact, he's a tail. I used to say to my brother all the time, I used to watery baby eyes, and his eyes used to water. No matter what. I mean, I was horrible as a child. I'm going to cut this down. It's just to make some room. I was horrible as a child though. Right. I'm going to go with candy apple first. Yeah, I'd be unsettled if I was tidy. I think I would worry people more if I was really tidy and really organised. I think the first time when I did, after I'd had we had some training anyway, and I was really, really tidy on the How to Craft Network. I had some telly training and things, how to slow down when we're demonstrating and stuff like that. I think I really unsettled Tim how organised I was, because he said after, he's like, don't change too much. He used to be thinking, who's this, the broke Emma? But yeah. Yeah. Right, so all the way around, I'm not going to do too much with it, but I am going to go in with the orange. Might have a little bit Barn Door, which is a red. And then this one, which is your Crackling Campfire. So we'll go Crackling Campfire on the ends, because these are watercolour pencils. So as soon as I get the water on, they will reactivate. So this on the ends, and a little bit further over here. And then we'll pull them to meet in the middle, and that should give us a white shadow as well. And then Barn Door here, concentrating. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's another thing my gran used to say, there's only one of you. Thank God for us. That's what she used to say. I mean, she loved us. I know she did. But oh, I don't know what we'd do with another one of you. I'm going to have to fill my water brush up as well. In these, I know I keep saying it, but use cool boiled water and you don't get the feisty smell or the weird black bits floating about if you leave it. No, I won't change, I promise, but I'm learning. Who's your favourite child? Yeah, I'm definitely a crafter first. I do know that much. There we go. So cool boiled water in your water brushes and things like that, and it stops the... Oh, you're all right, Maureen. You'd always watch back. There we go. So all I'm doing is I'm just sort of using the tip to pull the red down a bit, because I just want to obviously give it a hint of... I don't want to leave it totally white, because that would give us the heebie-jeebies. Just in, pulling it out. I've got some cracking demos for you as well for creating craft shows. That's if I manage to get that far. I've outdone myself with being ready. Tony will be ever so proud. There we go. So just a hint. You can always go back and add more if you feel like you need it. Of course, I'm adding it around the flower as well, because that'll act like the shadow. And if you do want to pull it out even further, just sort of tickle the end and the water will pull it out, because the water up here on the brush will pull the rest of the colour out. Like that. So there's no colour on it, it's just sort of letting it run down the page a little bit. And then into here, what I'm going to do is start in the middle and pull it down on each one. So I'm not actually using the full amount of colour I've popped on the ends, because I want this bit to be the lighter bit in the middle. So that's kind of going to be where, you know, where the highlights and things come from. And take a bit off your brush if you feel like you're getting too much colour on it. And don't worry about it if you don't do it. That's why we've got the white gel pen. And then I'm going to fill in. And with the middle bit being wet, it'll pull the colour a little bit more. So it won't, you're not doing all the work for it sort of thing. It's doing it itself with the middle of the watercolour paper being wet. And it just pulls itself out. If you end up with a line or it's too neat and tidy, just go back in, clean your brush off and go back in with the water and let the water do it, pull it down. And that's a very, very forgiving thing with watercolour, especially using a decent watercolour card. You can always go back and reactivate and sort of fix it. Oh, concentrating. And then we need a little bit of yellow for the middle. It is like an olive green, isn't it? So I was saying we could have used the, yeah, what's it called? I think it's olive green. We could have used crushed olive to go with it. It's like, it's a bit like khaki colour, isn't it? That's in with the khaki greens and things. Right, I do need to dry this off, so I need to locate a heat tool. Did anybody see the Create and Craft show where the heat gun's set on fire? I dropped it on my way to the show and everything goes in a big bag on wheels and I bump it down the steps, so I'd obviously knocked something funny on this heat tool. If you've got earphones in, brace yourself. Sorry. Anyway, when I switched it on, it made this really funny noise. I've knocked the fan in the middle of it and it snapped, so instead of like blowing to cool itself down, it just got hotter and hotter and started to smoke. Well, you know how subtle I am. I was shaking it to try and put the flame out that was happening in the end. And poor Adam was like, stop shaking it. It was ridiculous. So Emma came crashing in. I come with a crash, don't I? I'm going to leave a white border on this again because I think it'll break up some of the colour that we've got going on in the background, because we do have green on green on green on green. On green on green on green. There we go. But once this is down, the orange in the lily, I'm hoping will pull the colour from the paper tag that we did and make that pop a little bit more as well. And I've never actually realised that I do, until Janice pointed it out, that I do tend to use one of the colours that's in the background on a main image. Didn't know that. I've never actually thought about it. And again, I think that comes from being a crafter first, more than a designer, if that makes sense. I don't know if it does. I don't know if it ever makes sense. There we go. I'll bring this back in. What do you think? Is it making the orange pop a little bit? How would you use gouache? Helen, reminders, and next Thursday I'll get the gouache out. I've got some. Water gouache, the best way I can describe that is the oxide of the watercolour world, but the gouache is just a massive minefield, because you can get acrylic gouache, which is permanent, and then you get other gouaches which move with water all over again. They're like an opaque watercolour. So it is the oxide of the watercolour world, in my opinion. Again, minefield. There's so many, but I will use gouache and show you what I've learned. Just reminders on for next Thursday, because, well, you know. So what do we think? Is it pulling the orange out a little bit? I am going to ink around the edges just to hide any rubbish cutting out. Yep, fabulous. And this now is where we can be really playful and start adding extra layers in if we want. A fabric or torn card or whatever we want. But I'm quite happy with that as is, I think. I will grab some of this just to show, and then we can decide if we want it in or not. It's not everybody's cup of tea and not everybody has to do it, but I love the texture of having a fabric behind. And this is like spider web, so you can sort of pull it so it's not totally perfect. So I know I'm going to put it behind and want to leave it in. I am. I knew it. I love it. It is not everybody's cup of tea though. I am. I'm going to have to leave it in. So in the vintage, I love to add lace. I love to add doilies. It doesn't have to be in vintage though. You can use it in whatever. Hi, Sarah. And I am going to add that in there. And then when that's totally dry, what I'm going to do it now, but to get the best results I've found with any kind of white pen, gel pen or acrylic, let your work totally dry first. I haven't broke any pen since I learned that. I'll probably break this one now because I'm doing it wet or damp. Yeah, it's not working very well. Just add in your highlights. I'll let it dry before I take the picture and pop it up. Jane, I did remember to pop it in the community, though, a picture of the new stuff. I remember. No, Helen reminded us. Well, there we go. That will dry the glue and it will hold the fabric down as well. But look! And that is our 5th. I can't believe we've been doing it 5 weeks for the Colour Our World and the Pantone. I'm loving it. Loving it, loving it, loving it. And again, you do not need the Pantone postcards. I got them because it was easier for me than going to a DIY shop, wait and just get the paint samples. Again, you don't have to use exactly the same colours as me. You can pick out your own Pantone. The whole idea behind it is of picking a colour first and then building on that rather than saying we're going to pick this paper or we're going to pick this stamp and working around that. Just gets our brain working a little bit more. So don't ever feel like you have to use, see, I use green and the orangey colours and the red. Don't. If you want to use green and sky blue pink with yellow polka dots, do that. It's completely up to you. It's all just about thinking outside the box a little bit and just forcing ourselves to do a little bit different. And breathe. I'm pleased you like it. I will let that dry completely. I'll add the white highlights and then I will pop a picture up on YouTube and Facebook. And I will see you all on Tuesday on Create and Craft. I am fit to burst. All the goodies. I know there's going to be some spectacular offers. And I have Dan at 3 p.m. I've never worked with Dan before. So excited. So excited. Right, give us a little bit of time to get this one back on because my internet's playing up. I've actually turned the internet off and used the mobile data. I'll upload as fast as I can. And then if you come back and comment, that would be lovely. But thank you so much. Have a lovely, lovely Monday. I'll see you Tuesday. Bye.